there are some errors that when they are not included, items that are not included in the trial balance, it will definitely affect the trial balance. We are going to list those errors first and foremost. Let's go to which one that does not affect the trial balance. Under it, we have error of omission. When we're talking about error of omission, is that in the trial balance, this is a trial balance, particular, we have debit and credit side. This occur when an item has been omitted, like maybe rent account. It has been omitted, it has not been debited at all. That one does not affect the trial balance. But what are the things that we use in changing those errors and rectify them at the end of the day? That brings us to what we call general journal. You know that we cited some examples on how to correct our errors using a journal, of which we are going to apply here as well. So now, the error that does not affect the trial balance is error of omission of errors. So here, this is an error whereby a transaction is completely omitted from the book of account. It's like, as that when you are preparing the trial balance, it was omitted, it was not included in the trial balance. So let's take an example. Sales of goods 1,000 to Ayola has been omitted from the book of account. Sales of book Ayola. So let me give you the ledger. This is the ledger. This is the sales account, and this is Ayola account. So sales has to be credited and Ayola account has to be debited. So here, this is example. This is what you can use to represent when an account has been omitted. You know, this is a ledger, this is a ledger, this is a ledger. And when the information here has not been transferred into the trial balance, we call it error of omission. Now, since this account, given the example which is sales of goods has been omitted, it has been omitted from the book of record, it did not even appear in the trial balance. How can we effect the change? Now, what we just do is that you put them into trial balance again. Sales, which is Ayola 1,000, and sales is 1,000 naira. So these are you effect, these are you correct the errors. And then don't forget, we use general journal. We can use general journal to general journal. This is a journal. This is the format of a journal. So you can just effect the change that sales 1,000, Ayola 1,000. And don't forget, in the journal we have what we call narration. That you just had error being corrected. Error of omission. You can write error of omission being corrected. So that is just that about the error of omission. Now, we'll be going to error of commission. This error occur when the current amount is entered in a wrong person's account. Now, this is what we call error of commission. It's like when you commit one person's amount into another, like sales of goods to Tayo 500 enter in the Tayo's account. This Tayo's account, and this is a Tayo's account. So, in error, instead of them to enter it in a Tayo's account, they say instead of good to Tayo's account, enter. So they're supposed to enter it in Tayo's account, and then they mistakenly transfer it into what? Taye account. So this is how it looks like. Then we will correct the error. So this is a 500. Then Taye account, that is the. So this is how it was. They're supposed to put it into Taye's account, then they transfer it into Taye's account. What we now do is that we correct the error. So Taye's account, you now take this one, you return it back to Taye's account, which is a Taye, which is a 500. The Taye's account, so this is how we effect the error, the change. So it was balancing error. So and at the end of the day, the error has been committed. So these errors does not also affect the trial balance. We still get to errors that do affect the trial balance. So to give us the illustration of that. Then another one is the error of original entry. What are the errors that, in original entry, when you commit it, it will not affect the trial balance? This error occurs when wrong account is entered on the debit and credit side. For example, purchase of goods 490 from Olu enter in the account as 940. The account that will write it, this is how it goes. Purchases. Olu account. It said purchase of goods 490 from Olu enter in account as 940. That means instead of entering it as 490, it was entered as 940 at the end of the day. Now how are we going to effect the change? This purchases Olu and Olu's account, you write purchases, which is 940. So and it's supposed to be 490 instead of 940. That's what we call error of original entry. Then to correct these errors, this is what we do. You left 940 minus 490. That will give you 450 naira. 450 naira. So then you now return it back. Instead of 940, it should be 4. So that is purchases. You not want to correct the errors now. So you just write Olu 4. That means you have to return that 440 back into your account. So then you write Olu's account, which is purchases, and that is 450 as well. So that is what we call, that's how we fetch error of original entry. So another one is the error of principles. Don't forget the error that does not affect the trial balance. Now, error of principle. This is an error whereby transactions are entered in the wrong class of account. E.g., payment of 60 naira for motor expenses entered into motor van. This is a motor expenses. It's an expenses. This is a motor van. Motor van is an asset. So this is what we call error of principle. It is when this he said 60 naira. So instead of you putting it under expenses, he said payment of 60 naira for admin entered. It has been mistakenly entered as 60 naira instead of entering it as a 60 naira here in the motor expenses. That's what we call error of principle of double entry. Principle of double entry. So what we now do is that motor van is an asset. So this one is an expenses. What we just do is that you prepare your motor expenses account, then you now correct the error, which is a motor van. That means you are taking the money out from the motor van and put it into the correct account where it's supposed to be. Then you now write motor van motor expenses, which is 60 naira at the end of the day. You can put that one also in the journal. Don't forget